It took me forever to find that outfit too, and it's so funny
It was
because
cute.
I was looking for like I need to look cute, that I have like a whole fit, and I spent $25 on my outfit.
Oh, there you go.
That was fine with me.
Yeah, man.
Do we have sound effects? Cause that's a sound right
They
there.
had sound effects on Wednesday, so they better have sound effects now. I
Maybe some.
am gonna dedicate this show today to my boy, Hollywood Play. Unfortunately, this morning he was killed outside of one of his events.
Mm.
I can honestly, well, y'all know I've been crying all day. Went to the candlelight and everything like that. I'm gonna just say a few words about Play. He's known me since I was about, Jesus Christ, maybe like 10, running around the side. And he really got to know me through the ages of 14 to now, because I would threw parties with my friends on Pulaski and Tompkins, and my family is from DeKalb, or D Block, as everybody knows it as. And he grew up knowing me as Tiara, and then Smokey, and then Charm. I used to see him every day downtown Brooklyn, no matter what time of day it was. His ass was there, harassing, getting on my nerves about damn money for the CDs. And I wouldn't even take the CDs sometimes. I would just be like, here, take the money, leave me alone. That was just Play. But one thing I could say about him is I've never seen somebody so genuinely positive in my life. Like, I really never seen him get no problems with people, no drama, no sorts. So I am really dumbfounded by what happened. And I can honestly say a little bit like brokenhearted, because it is a good friend. I just really want everybody to appreciate who's around when they're around, because this is like a blow. Like, when you think of Brooklyn, you really think of Playboy, downtown Brooklyn. You think about Playboy in the parties, Tompkins Park, bringing all the celebrities out there for the give backs, for book bags. And I grew up around people that was like dealers, like OG dealers, and they gave back. Like, I can say it now, my family was involved in some little, incriminating issues, but I will not put that out there like that and say exactly what it was. But there was basketball teams, there was basketball tournaments, there was coaching, there was putting kids in college, paying for tuitions. This is what the people that did street activities around me did daily for people in their neighborhoods. This is what I grew up seeing and thinking is the real gangster shit. And now to see somebody that wasn't even in the gangster lifestyle do gangster shit and still be taken away from it, it hurts. So my condolences to his kids, his mother, his family, the whole D Block, everybody. And for a lot of people that don't know, Playboy was up here religiously, always bringing artists up here, always promoting himself, always supporting. My very first party I threw in the sty, where I was charging $2 for girls and $5 for guys. Playboy came and dropped like $50 at the door, kid you not. And I must have been 15 when we did that party. So today was really like a wake-up call for me to wake up after celebrating life, to hear that his was taken away. And he literally told me last night that he would come to my party if he had time to, after his whole thing was done for. So that part like really hurt me. So the show today, I'm not gonna dwell on it, but it's for my boy Frankie, aka Hollywood Play. I love you. If you never knew that shit before, I hope you really know that now. I think I'm about to cry now.
Rest in peace to him.
It's
You
such
know?
a weird thing,
Those are
because
things that are important.
when I saw the post on Instagram today, I was like, right, like, shout out Hollywood, like, and I was liking photos, not paying attention to the fact that it was a rest in peace, because that's not how you think of him. He was one of the first, like, the first of the like 10 people I got to know when I first started coming up here. I think before I even started coming up here to DTF, I knew Hollywood Play.
He would find his way to you, whether social media or downtown.
like-
He's gonna find his way to you. Follow
Like,
you down the block.
And I
everything.
don't even remember how I even got to know him in the first place. But I just knew that I ended up at a party where he was the host. I probably saw him on Fulton Street. Like you said, he was selling that CD. I probably bought it.
And them nutcrackers.
Right?
And
then
them nutcrackers.
he probably invited me to something, and I was like, all right, I'll come, like, And like you said, he was a positive brother, like always upbeat, always hustling.
That's what's up.
always doing something to
Facts.
like further his like career and things that he wanted to do for himself. Literally always. So that's why it never occurred to me that it was like rest in peace posts. Like it just didn't, because you don't picture somebody like that being killed.
Yeah.
You
It's
know.
crazy sometimes that even the people who try to avoid the very things they run right into. at the same time,
Exactly.
so.
Exactly. Because as long as I know him, he's been a peacemaker. Like, I'll tell you, I literally about like 3 weeks ago, I got into an altercation at the same spot. Where unfortunately he passed that. And when I tell you he chewed me out outside, because I put hands and feet on somebody, he chewed my ass out. He's like, you know you better than this. Why the fuck you doing this? Da-da-da, going. And I was like, first off, frankly, you're not going to be yelling at me like I'm pussy. I'm not pussy. He was like, yes, you are. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to call you that. Because I can't get mad at him. Like, you just can't be mad at somebody like him. So
I didn't know he was killed until you told me. Until Solo told me. I didn't know. Like I said, I thought everybody was just like, shout. I was like, oh, I wonder what he must be. He must be doing something again, like, you know, some kind of event. He probably hosting something, you know, because when he was, you know, hosting an event, he would literally tag all day long. You were not gonna miss his event.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Good
like,
marketing.
you know that thing you always say, Vanessa, you and I are really bad at.
Yes.
hashtagging,
Marketing, yeah, that's what
hashtagging,
it's
tagging up
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
page.
yeah.
Y'all too?
Terrible.
Yep.
We're
Mhm.
awful
Exactly.
at it. Like 99 years
Terrible.
later,
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and just post this.
Yep. Me all day.
Even though it's from like last month.
It's still going up. Y'all gonna see these.
Yeah, it's going up. Yeah, yeah.
Y'all gonna see these.
That's how me and Vanessa look at it. Y'all gonna see these. You gonna see these pictures.
Yep, gonna get this work.
We like our
That's-
outfits. You're gonna see this shit.
Absolutely. Well, from the Small Sixes on Network show, we are definitely sending our condolences to him and his family, and we wish everyone the best. I did not know him, but I'm sure I probably ran into him being at DTF Radio so much. It's just a sad story and sad thing to hear about when someone who in the same industry as you get taken out for no reason. So-
Tomorrow, from what I understand, some people have come up with the concept of it, and I'm going with it because I think it's a great concept. If you know where Von King Park is, aka Tompkins Park, right across the street from the 9A precinct, which we all hate, right there on Green, but the park right there, at 5 o'clock, it would be really appreciated, like greatly appreciated, if people would come out there with candles to go inside of the park where the actual stage was, where he used to do the shows and the give backs for the kids and everything like that, and just come light a candle. Because how I feel about it is that park needs to be jam-packed and full with the love that he gave people in Brooklyn in general. So I'm definitely putting my name behind that. I will be there tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the park with my candle, paying my respects to my boy. I went today to the block and paid respects, but I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. This is something that really needs to, like, I'm glad the news wrote it as they did, because usually they try to slander us and say crazy shit about what we do in our neighborhoods and things like that, and all I saw in the article was positive things. So I can honestly say I think my boy got his wish, which was always to be a legend and be known, but be known for the right things.
Absolutely.
So I hope he's good with the legacy he left behind, and I want him to know he's loved by everybody, and he will deeply and truly be missed.
And yes, indeed. That actually segues into our topic for today.
Wait,
In a good way. Not
how
a
does
bad
that
way.
segue into the topic? Now you got me wondering. What the
Well,
hell are you up to?
you want to be known for what you think you're good at.
Yeah.
Most guys want to be known for having good dick.
They
They
don't.
don't want
But
to
they
have
don't.
the stigma of
But they don't.
anything par, subpar.
But they don't. They
Or
They
You
don't.
mean most of them
just
are
like
not.
females. Females always say, I got that good.
Yep, that's true.
That's because people be lying.
Or the wet,
to
wet,
them
whatever
Right.
whatever they choose to have for the day. But
for
we
the
do
day.
day, week, or whatever you want to say. But no, I do have to introduce somebody who's here. We do have a guest in the building. Can you introduce yourself, hon?
Well, good night.
Oh yes, good evening.
everybody.
Yes.
My name is Samara, aka the Pussy Poet.
Hey.
Okay, hit our hot shit now.
Alright, girl.
Yes.
Honey.
Yeah, she spit some shit for us already, and then fucked up everybody's minds out here.
All in these streets,
And they
all
trying
fucked
to
up.
cope with her words, but
Yeah.
It's
That's
powerful.
normally how that goes.
So how did you get into writing poems and stuff like that? Like, how did that come about in your life?
I've been writing poetry since forever. My mom is actually a poet.
Oh, wow.
And so is my grandmother.
Wait, are they pussy poets too?
My mom.
Okay, listen here. I don't want to know about grandma popping and busting open for a real nigga. I don't think I can handle that.
Oh, Lord.
Not grandma. But my mom definitely dibble and dabble with it. And also growing up, you know, when I did in middle school, everybody was so into urban books. So there was always a lot of Zane around me. And, you know, I love Zane books. Yes. Absolutely no shade to Zane at all. But it's like, I used to read them and think, why is this her writing and not mine? This needs to be me.
Good for you.
Well, you thought about that in school. What grade was this?
Honey, I just told you middle school. That's the most I could give you.
I was say, wait a minute now. Like, I was fake
That's the
reading
most
Zane
I
books
can
in
give
middle
you.
school,
That's
too. It
a
ain't know what
trying
was
age
going
right
on.
there. I mean, that was the age of sex bracelets, the age of people. I went to school with people who came in as females and they left graduating as, you know,
mothers,
dykes or other things.
Right.
They,
or mothers,
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You said or mothers?
Yeah,
Or
mothers
Yeah.
too.
I had one of those in my graduating class.
Most people came in virgins, left not virgins.
Yeah.
Middle school is a pinnacle point of a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I actually really do think
See,
that.
my rec point was high school. Middle school, I didn't know what the hell nobody was talking about. They'd be like, yeah, she was giving head. And I'd be like, head.
It's like, hey,
What is
who
what is
am I
that?
going to ask? I can't go home and ask.
It wasn't even that. It was just like, what the hell is that? But it couldn't have been good because the boys were saying the girl did it and was laughing. So I'm like, it couldn't have been a good thing. But what is that? So I could know not to do that.
Right.
And I never got an answer until high school.
Oh man, those things definitely do happen. But even from young, I feel like we've always been programmed to gravitate towards the things that we feel like we're good at, and we kind of showcase that to other people. Like, females always say they have like good pussy. That's one of the things, you know.
Right.
So what is something that you guys think that females nowadays, depending on the age bracket, doesn't matter, outside of having good pussy, what is something that they value or that they present to the opposite sex or same sex, whoever they're dating every now and again?
I feel like that type of question really depends on the type of female that you ask
Yes.
about.
Okay.
Like, there is levels to being a woman.
Absolutely.
And what type of woman you are and what type of image you project and exactly what comes behind that. So
Because some women
But
now
I mean,
feel like,
there's stereotypes of women out there. A lot of women feel like
I'm a
they're so
living
deep or
stereotype.
above. Well, yeah, I am too. Like
I'm a walking stereotype.
same
you
here.
think so? You think so too?
And when I say stereotype, I don't mean in the actuality of it. I mean in the way that people categorize me because of my projection.
But
No,
what do
I
you
mean
think-
in the actual, for me, I mean in the actuality
Okay, so
of it.
for you,
I mean that
what do
we
you-
are doing similar things. We both have
So
jobs. We're
what do
both,
you think
What?
is the stereotype of you, Vanessa? I'm curious.
I'm sorry. I just want to know
That-
how do you act a porn
Oh,
star? What's
I
the
know,
stereotype
but-
of you, Vanessa?
But
I think
Vanessa-
she's a great
horny.
fuck.
Yeah, that I'm
But
horny
Vanessa
all the
is
time.
the porn star.
That
but
is the
Vanessa, you're
perception.
the porn star next door.
But
Your list of don'ts is way long.
very extremely long.
So I gave her the nickname the porn star next door.
like
Before
that.
I even really got to know her, I always called her that. And she didn't even know it. So that's why I'm curious about, like, what do you think? So that is the stereotype
I
of
would
you.
say that.
That
even
makes sense.
inside the industry and outside of it. Like, even inside of the industry, like, there were always guys who always just assume I did something. Like, I heard about rimming, where I found out that's when a female is, like, licking a guy's ass. One guy asked me, he's just like, you do rimming? I'm like, what is that? And I do my Googles.
Right? Do your
Because
Google.
Lord knows,
I do
Google
my
it.
Googles.
Google me, bitch.
And I'm like, what the fuck is rimming? What is he talking about? And then I look it up and I was like, no, I don't do that. I'm sorry. He's like, you don't do that? Like, how? Like, he's like,
They're
you're not a
always
porn star. And I'm like,
I
you
remember
seen the
when we-
videos. I mean, they're there, but
I remember when Manolo
just
Rose came
assumed
on the
that
show,
it-
and he was like, "So you don't do what?" And she was like, "No, I have things I don't do." And he was like, "How the fuck you a porn star and you gonna tell somebody what you don't do?"
Right.
I was like, "Nigga,
Yes,
because
he
she
did.
don't do it. What you mean?" Like,
LP said the same thing about you. He was like, "Oh man, like I can't fucking look at your videos. Like I can't get into you. Like you don't do shit."
But but my mindset has always been this: if I'm gonna get into something or engage in it, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna have fun doing it. I'm gonna like anything that I'm doing. And the same thing happened with my videos. Like I'm not gonna have a video, put it out, or be in it if it wasn't enjoyable for me. Right. If I didn't want to be there, or no. Because sometimes people always say people get into certain industries because they consider it to be about money, earning, and stuff like that. But no, like I feel like people become prosperous when they're excelling in the things that they enjoy doing, excelling in the things that they are passionate about. And I feel like once you're not in that frame of mind, then you can't succeed. So I just wanted to make sure I kept with that same mindset throughout all the videos. So most of the times when I did show up on set, like a lot of guys was just expecting me to just be all open and interested in doing a bunch of
all of it.
Yeah, and all of it at once.
And you're like,
and a whole list like these are things I'm not doing.
Yeah.
And it's like
exactly. When
yeah,
it rolls out,
I would see that's the thing. The when it comes to sex, I feel like things are so like vast because there's so many. When it comes to today's days, there's so many terminologies, so many different ways people have sex, so many different encounters that people have together. The bar gets set higher and higher. I'll be like, okay, these are the 5 things I don't do. And you get on set, someone's trying to do something else. You're like, hey, I don't do that either. Right. But I didn't say that in the first 5. But you don't think you have to say that because it's like you don't know. You don't think it's on the list. Like you know.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be on the list.
Right, and then you realize like a guy is just like, oh well, yeah, this is out.
Like,
no,
niggas always find something
that's on that original list. That
niggas always find some shit on the list. Like you'll tell a nigga you want a threesome, but you don't feel comfortable with certain things.
Right. It's
you could pick the girl. No, you're trying to be slick because you know damn
trying to get around.
I don't even feel comfortable with the shit happening, but you want somebody I can pick a girl like that's what
like
makes me feel better.
All the difference in the world.
Exactly.
Like because at least you know her and you know how she moves, so she's not gonna do some funny shit because she knows you.
How do they get that like in their head that like, oh, you're gonna feel so much better about it if you pick the girl? I already told you, like, I don't even really, like, want to get down like that. Like, what makes you think?
I mean, in my opinion, living a polyamorous lifestyle, I feel like...
Oh, you're polyamorous, too? This is going to be interesting, y'all.
Yes. Oh, we were talking about that.
Oh, no, I can't share. I'm too selfish to share.
I always say, I don't want him if nobody else don't want him. If nobody else wants him, I don't want him either.
Okay, but can everybody else have him is the question? You can have somebody about everybody else. It's just not you can't have him.
But see, anybody who I choose, they're going to be smart enough to be selective. I'm going to evaluate their mindset before I'm engaging with them to see. Because that's the thing. A lot of people, they always say trust or somebody's going to cheat or not going to cheat. People always worry about these things in relationships. But if you take the time to get to understand the type of person that you're dealing with, you'll have a frame of mindset of how they might handle situations, where they're going to use a condom. I mean, you don't know usually, but if you've grown to know someone over time, you can kind of gauge things of limitation.
I feel if you know,
like you know if your man is going to fuck a nigga or not.
Not always.
No, you don't always know that.
I feel like you can see that.
No. Because if your nigga go to jail, you'll never know what the fuck's going on.
Jail's different.
No, let me
never know.
Okay.
I don't agree.
Can I just
absolutely no different than every day. What's the difference? You're confined by a bunch of men. Men is surrounded by men every day from the moment they step out of their house. That don't mean
but you can
now if something traumatic just so happens to happen to you and it changes your way of thinking, then that's by experience.
Let's set jail aside. Let me just tell you, having always had friends in the gay community, I have been dragged to every gay nightclub in Manhattan. I'm here to tell you, there are gay men that you would see in a gay nightclub and you would never think in a million fucking years
that they would be there.
So you cannot. I went to one club, it's in like the 42nd Street area, and you had to go downstairs. So it looks like a regular bar upstairs, so you would never know walking by on the street. I never see so many homeboys from the hood trying to hide when they saw me come down the steps. I never seen so many niggas ducking out of the light.
Is that Sha from off on the Sha? Hey, bitch.
One of them I knew.
So Sha from down the block.
Yes.
My question is this. So
Sha from down the block, always on the avenue, always trying to holler at bitches, always with some chick on his arm.
Wow.
And I didn't blow up his spot, but every time
I bet he was locked up getting his dick sucked.
Bet you. How you know?
Or
But
maybe
do you
he
think
was
that,
sucking dick?
Yeah, that could be it too.
No, he
Do
was
you think that
always
women
sucking
have
dick. He was
instincts?
way comfortable.
Do you think that
Before he spotted me, he was way comfortable.
I'm done.
And in this club, like
probably has
obviously
margarita,
the gay
like,
man,
probably
the
just
gay
like,
man, like, it had to be a gay man that picked the strippers because they all had the biggest penises you ever saw in your life, right? And they all just had like a sock on it, like with like funny faces on it, dancing around. And he looked very happy. He looked extremely not just comfortable but thrilled. Yeah.
All right.
But just
girls wanna
aside
stick
from
around
that,
too,
like,
shit.
you know,
Swang.
Do you think that women have
swang?
yeah.
To each his own.
But the point I'm making is the wide variety of men that I've seen in different, you know, nightclubs, you cannot go by what you think would be the norm of what a man would like look like, or you would see signs, or trust me, you would not.
So you
There's
don't
no
think
such
that
thing
women
as
have
normal.
I'm
instincts?
very sophisticated, and I'm in that way, and I'm here to tell you. I spent the whole night with my margarita like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, he was over there like,
There's
No,
no,
but
such
What
thing
about
as normal
women having
nowadays.
instincts? You don't think that like
No.
your
women
instincts
are
will make
able
you.
to
It will make you
tell
think. No, it'll make you
things?
think your nigga's metrosexual, but you will not click on to the whole gaydar.
I think that's another thing that really depends on the type of woman that you're asking.
Trust
Like,
me
if you're
when I tell
asking
you.
a heterosexual female, you could get a lot of different answers.
True.
But then if you're dating someone who's gender fluid or trans or poly or howsoever outside of that they identify themselves, they're not going to look at it as the
Also,
same thing as
poly
a
is also
heterosexual.
fluid for the man as well.
It's
For you as well as
I
him.
thought
love.
poly was a pocket.
love is no.
No, it's not poly pocket.
No,
I'm sorry.
oh, you so cute. Happy birthday.
Bless you.
Polly Pocket.
What's the difference from polyamorous and polygamous relationships?
I think it's more so along the line of the balance. So it's more so male and male to a female, or two females to a male, as far as like the exact terminology. But all in all, as far as the exchange of energy and wisdom and intimacy and integrity and sex, it's all about balance.
But sex gets very sticky, period. No pun intended.
But this is why
It's
I
better
always
when
say
it's
it
sticky,
depends.
though.
I was about
on
to
the
say,
man.
shit, I don't want no dry
better when
sex.
it's
I want
sticky.
some sticky sex.
This is why I say
Doing
it
something
depends
right.
on the man.
Shit.
Better be sticky.
Oh, wet or
Better sound like
something.
mac and cheese. Yes.
But-
Hello.
So, how do you decide what the guidelines are? Like, I mean, because relationships are always going to be, I don't care, like, how everybody is saying how, you know, cool they're going to be in the light of day. That one hiccup go down that wasn't discussed. Human nature is always going to take over.
Yep.
Right. So along those lines, I feel like it has everything to do with the integrity of a person, your sincerity, and how much we as a triad are able to trust each other.
So
For
you're
you to
banking
know
on somebody
that-
else's integrity.
It's all part of the relationship.
Okay. I'm
It's-
asking because I don't know.
It's the same thing. It's like, okay, with monogamy, you find your one partner, male, female, opposite sex, same sex, howsoever it may be, and you promise that person that you're going to be true to them. You giving them a word of your integrity. It's the same thing in a poly relationship.
And
It's just not one person that you're making that promise
Oh,
to.
I get
It's
that.
two.
That makes
Or
sense.
three,
I
or
get
four,
that.
or five, but you have to make sure that
I get that.
you are walking with that. Make sure that your word and your promise on that actually means something, and you're just not outside blowing smoke of somebody's ass because you want a threesome or an orgy.
Okay.
It don't work like that.
No, I agree with that because that's sort of kind of how I think about going into polygamous relationships. Like you can't control what people do. People could always break bonds. People can always lie, go against their word. All of those things.
Are you polygamous?
But you, I'm not in any relationship with anybody, so technically, no, I'm not. But I was in a situation where I was originally there with someone, but it turned into a polygamous relationship.
What we gonna do, baby?
I don't do girls, so that like me and her didn't have an exchange. But the only reason why I got into that type of relationship because I trusted the man that I was with. I understood how he operated, and because of how he normally operated, I was okay with him dealing with females in different ways. I never got any problems from him as far as like, you know, getting into situations with females or anything like that. I never had any issues like that. So for me, it worked out. It was because of the man. He was responsible. Everyone got tested on a regular basis. There's limitations. So it really depends on the person who is taking on multiple people. Are they holding their bonds? Are they being responsible? Exactly. Are they sticking to their word? Exactly. Not saying that they can't do these, like they can't break these things. Yes, obviously they can. Everybody's human. People could still break these things. But with any relationship, you're going to go into it with an understanding that you have for that person. Whether that person breaks that understanding later on, you can't control that. But initially, people engage with each other based on the understanding that they both have with each other before they get into it.
Rope to hang themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I do that.
And it's still something about the person that even allows you to sit there and say, okay, I trust this person.
But I have a question.
But people
like
so
you
damn
said, you know,
stupid, they'll hang themselves.
That's where I was going, Solo. Giving somebody enough rope to hang themselves nowadays could be the death of one, both, or all of you.
Absolutely.
Very you know true. What I mean?
What is the
like we're not talking about like, you know, like how it used to be where you did, you know, you could get a shot and you're good. Now everyone could end up dead.
Absolutely.
I've lost loved ones to that disease, and I'm telling you, you do not want to see that. It's not pretty.
Not at all.
So again,
so you have to trust that person, like because even you can get married, and that person can still go out and. But it depends on what kind of man that is. Is this the type of man to go and have sex with somebody raw? Is it all woman, or is this the type of person to use protection? It depends on who that person is.
The reason I'm asking is because, you know, all three people could have integrity, right? All three could, right? With the advent of sex being what it is, you know, you could unintentionally have an affair or a one-night stand. It might not even be who you are as a person.
And that's why.
But doesn't that still go against the integrity?
Not really, because
in a level of
you don't intend to. I'm not even talking about intoxication. I'm talking about sheer attraction.
Because even if it happens one time, that's still I'm
just talking a sheer attraction. I'm not talking about nobody being high on weed, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying sheer attraction. Like, have you ever like saw somebody when you were like dating somebody, you were in a relationship, and you're like, damn, he's fine. Like, you know, you just enjoy it. Wait, let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought. And you're like, damn, if I wasn't in a relationship, right? But
I would do
let's
X, Y,
just
and
say,
Z.
right, because we've all said that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Play silk songs in my head when I'm looking at certain
exactly. But all it takes for that other person to do is just push you that one step just a little bit too far. See, it's easy to say what you will and won't do sitting right here in the light of day.
But when you're in that situation.
But when you're in it,
what are you going to do?
There's a lot of people that end up doing things that they certainly did not intend.
At that point,
and that has nothing to do.
It's still a question of integrity.
I agree.
Once you did that, it's up to you to step up to your partner and say, you know what? Yesterday, last night, last week, this month, I did this and this and this and this and this. And I think we got to catch our doctor's appointment a little bit early just to make sure I didn't fuck us both up. It's still a question.
And my angle was that, like, still coming from a place of understanding, having integrity, knowing who you are. It doesn't matter I feel like even if it comes to sex, or if somebody's on a diet, or if somebody's training for something, if you say that you're not going to do something, even if you do it one time, you're still breaking a bond, even if you made that bond to yourself. Right. And I feel like when it comes to sex, people usually throw that integrity out the window or the understanding out the window because me and this person had a personal connection, or this person wore that day, or that. You know, it's the same thing even if you on a diet. If you're not supposed to have donuts, it don't matter if it's Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kremes. You're not supposed to eat either one of them. And if you eat whatever the case may be, if you're eating it, then you're going against the bond and the integrity and what you said for yourself. Right. If you said that, like even for me, I said I wasn't gonna smoke. Somebody called me out on it today, and I was just like, yeah, you know, I explained myself, but I live with that because I know what I set up in my life to do, and I went against that. But I understand and recognize that it was a weakness, and I need to overcome it. You have to deal with it in different ways, but it's still your integrity.
Now, were you always polyamorous?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I identified simply as bisexual. Like, I could never really wrap my head around the whole monogamous thing.
Oh, okay.
I have a girlfriend. So I need some type of male attention, or I have a boyfriend. So like, I need a lot of female attention. Like, I can't just look at you every day. I need some type of variety in order to actually.
So it was always, you were always either interested in one or other or both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always like, I wanted a cookie in both hands.
All right.
In the milk.
I'm too selfish for shit like that. I can't do it. I'm too selfish.
That's honest.
For all of that, I might as well
I
just
like
be
to have
single.
fun.
I might as well just be single for all of that for me.
Nah, I definitely want to live out the rest of my life with my husband and my wife.
Hey.
Cool vibes, you know.
Yes.
All right, big love, I hear you.
Okay.
No, I understand that. See, now I'm not into females that much. Like I have videos where me and females have played around and stuff like that, but I've never been personally attracted to females. Honestly, I started to do girl on girl videos because they said that would make you more money. So I was like, okay, I can do this, I can do that, but I won't do this, and I won't do that.
I'll see that list again.
So I'll just touch you, but I'm not eating you, bitch. We're not doing that.
No, absolutely not, no. But, you know, everybody had their things of what they were getting into. And for me, I've always gravitated towards polygamous relationships because I started to understand, especially when it comes to black males, the mindset of the average black male or the normal male that's out here. You know, for me, most powerful men or people who I've come in contact with who are business savvy or really involved with their careers or just doing a lot of things in their lives, they normally have a larger appetite. And that's not only when it comes to food, that's going to come to women as well. And see, for me, those are small things that attract me to certain guys that I do get attracted to.
I call bullshit. Go ahead.
No, it's not. It's really not bullshit.
I mean, naturally,
it's not bullshit. I don't like a dude really if there's no other female like if there's no other female interested in him, I'm not gonna want him. Why? Why would I want him if nobody else does? That doesn't make sense.
I think it means this, right? I don't want a dude that other people are not attracted to, but not per se that they want to be in relationships with them. But if somebody's not attracted,
and I just want to be clear, I didn't say you were bullshit.
Okay.
She said the storyline you was spitting was bullshit.
No, I would never ever speak to you that way, ever. I'm not saying you're bullshit.
I say it, you bullshit.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Say what you will. I know what exists.
You bullshit.
Say what you will. I know what exists.
Right.
Because if you have a principle in your head for anything, let it be strictly what you believe, not based on how you believe someone may act, because that's not authentic.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
No, I get where you're coming from.
Making sense?
You know, I get where you're coming from, but I don't base my ideologies based on what people are talking about.
I mean,
I based on my ideologies based on the qualities that people portray when they're in front of me, or the qualities people have when I'm around them. Okay. If I see that someone is very responsible, if I see someone is extremely focused, if I see somebody takes care of their responsibilities, if I see somebody who's career driven, I know that in the society that we live in, there's going to be a multitude of people who attract to those personalities. Hence, they're going to attract to that person. Right. Hence, that person's going to have more to deal with rather than the average dude that doesn't have those qualities.
Oh, because I thought
so. Hence, for me, I know that anybody who I'm attracted to, which I'm attracted to those personalities and those certain type of people, those people are going to come with a multitude of other people that are attracted to them as well. I know this going in. based on the type of people who I know I attract myself to.
Okay, because I thought you were saying that, like, you know, well, it's a given that, you know, men that, you know, are busy,
that they have a lot of women.
Gonna need more ass. I'm like,
because you got men that are busy. You got men that are busy and not responsible. Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Absolutely not.
I'm busy too. I don't have dicks in every hand.
I got
shit to do too.
It has a lot to do with
so I'm just trying to make sure that.
Absolutely.
Just saying
I'm
sometimes
secure. I know what I
thing.
bring to the table and what I am, so I'm looking for that match.
What solo?
I'm just saying, dicks in every hand is not sometimes a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's not an awful thing.
I don't think niggas actually hate that.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Niggas don't actually hate
that. Okay, I get it now.
As long as they don't see, as long as niggas don't see the other dick, they don't mind. If they see the other dick, it's a problem.
I don't even think that matters.
I don't even want that in
I
my
mean,
life
in
now.
the case of DP, I'm pretty sure they feel each other in there. I'm just saying.
There was some dudes I knew who would do DP, and some people
sure
won't.
They don't mind.
There was some dude that
Can they feel each other when they do DP?
I've seen the dicks touch. Like,
what?
Like what? Most dudes
How do you
like
see that?
Like because when you do zoom in shots as you're filming.
Okay. I thought you had like a microscope. You could just see shit. I'm about to say, what kind of porn is you on?
No.
I was like, shit kind of different. I don't know
Vanessa.
about that. Like, that's what a science teacher.
I have a few videos that are not released.
I was like,
have mad biology teachers and shit just on your site.
Fortune.
I have a few videos I filmed that I haven't released yet. But no, these things happen, and like it goes back to the understanding of who you are as a person. I would see some guys on sets be like, I'm not doing that DP shit. Fuck out of here. Let me see that bitch when she's done. Like I know dudes like that, and there's some dudes that's like, yeah, where you want me?
So crazy. The other day,
everybody's thinking. Everybody's
so
different.
The other day, shout out to Sucker Free West. He actually put up something on Facebook and said, "Don't let niggas basically trick you into threesomes. Any nigga that's really in love with his bitch or his woman, whatever you want to call it, I say bitch. Yeah. But any dude that's in love with the woman that he's with or the bitch that he's with would not want to share. Like, he will go crazy at the thought of somebody else touching what he feels is his, which I kind of do agree with.
Yeah.
But I do not slack on the whole threesome thing either. I think that could sometimes work, but like as a dog treat, not an everyday circumstance. Like Tiana Taylor said, she bought it up to her husband. She did that shit for anniversaries and special occasions. Dog treat. I'm not giving you no damn pedigree meal all damn day.
All the time.
You don't deserve it. No.
Right.
See, the men that I date, they don't have that frame of mindset. They're like, I wish you would tell me when I can have a threesome or I can't.
And then there's also the
guys that I know, they're dominant. They're a different kind of mindset. They're not even in it. They're not in no kind of mindset to allow somebody else to
say you're not violent?
You're not violent, are you?
No, I'm not.
She's
I
not.
wish somebody would tell me what
not.
I wish somebody would tell me
don't
I'm not going to tell them what I said out my mouth just now. Because I'm the type of person, I'm going to repeat the shit I said out my mouth. Like, oh, you didn't hear me. I said... And that's just what it's going to be.
You just didn't have the type of person, the right person to convince
No,
there's different people.
I've had dominance, and you already know the last dominant I dealt with. That nigga ain't even my same height, and this nigga had dominance in the relationship. Because I gave it to him. Because I chose to. Because I like my guys in control of the situation that we deal with. But I also do like that balance at times.
So you like them to be in control and to give it back?
At times.
Okay.
I think it's not even matter. I don't even think it's like a give back. I think it's just a respect level.
Of course.
Like, you'd have a respect level for me, not to demean me, but you can take control of the situation. Like,
And
if we're in the
that's the
bedroom,
misconception
you can
with
take
submissives.
control. If we out in a restaurant, I may let you pick my meal if you feel you know me that well. Actually, the first day we went on, he tried that, and it was a horrible decision. I should have known then that shit wasn't going to last. Because he
didn't like it, did you?
He picked a spicy-ass chicken sandwich for me. And I was like, who told you I like spicy ass food?
Maybe he was like, I had that shit last time. That shit was
I
good.
like mild.
That's
Yeah, probably with the last bitch. Probably with the last bitch. But who told
I was like,
you?
no, this shit is really good.
Good. I had this last time.
No, I was
Last
just
time.
like, why would you do that? And he was like, what? And I was like,
like if
I don't
Vanessa
like
said
spicy
you
food
know,
like
that spicy
that.
chicken is dope, I'd be like, all right.
All right. See?
Meanwhile, now my gums are on fire.
like, can I get a water? No, take the liquor back.
All
Let me
of
get a
this
water.
hurts.
No.
Extra
I love
lemons,
spicy
thank you.
food.
But how, now, were you
But that's a
always like?
misconception.
How do you? What are we today? I got so
We
many
can't.
questions.
We always come off of the subject. I
We're
don't
all
understand why
over the
we
place,
have subjects
but
anymore.
the show, I always want to make sure it is authentic. So whatever comes off the top of your
I love
head,
that. That's why
please
you never
spit
know
it out your
what
mouth.
is going to be in this room.
Oh, but wait, I want to answer what stereotypes I get because you said that you get.
No, the stereotypes
Okay,
against
so
submissives. People
you
think that
get-
submissives like to be disrespected.
No.
I wasn't
they're
even talking
taking
about that part. I was
disrespect.
talking about the first thing that she asked you. Because the other day I had somebody actually tell me what I do. And I was like, word, I do that? I didn't know I did that.
What do you do?
Oh, so apparently the stereotype is because I talk about sex on the show and I put little memes up that have sexual content, I must be a freak. I must be a freak and I must
Embrace
bust it open
that
for every
People
nigga.
told me I have a gap.
Not
I'm
that.
and I must bust
But
it open
embrace
for
that
every
shit.
nigga.
They must not be.
Embrace
I'm
I
a
was
porn
like-
star. People think I bust it open for every nigga all
My
day.
name is the Pussy Poet. People
they
think I bust it
really
open
think.
for everything. Not even every nigga, because
So we are
everybody
all in the
knows I
same
love
boat.
women too.
So they think you just
I'm
out there.
just freelance.
Yep.
It's a gold mine. Please come
Just
kiss
something.
it.
Yep. Just show up in the DM and you got access. That's what these guys think.
Nah, but him in the blood clot business.
They must. Well, first
You
of
don't
all,
understand.
I don't know how they think that about Solo, and I don't even really don't know how they think that about you because you've got a list,
Yes, I just like.
and your list is common knowledge.
They really think they could just show up in the DMs
your
like,
list-
hey.
and I can't even imagine
I'm
what
here.
you must get. You poor girl.
Oh,
you
Yeah,
poor
I didn't even
girl.
think about that. So just now, oh wow.
I don't know
That
what
is
people
really
think.
crazy.
I don't know what the
Fuel to
misconception
my
is about me.
fire.
Wow.
No, I know what it is. They think that because I'm disabled, they could just roll up on me and get it. Nigga, if you knew how hard it was to crack this nut, you would not even begin to try. Like,
Absolutely.
seriously, I can shut you down right now and tell you, you don't have the stamina to try to get this. You don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't.
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you ask for it, you better damn sure bring it.
Not yet. No.
Because I'm very flexible. That should tell you everything. So,
Okay.
Did y'all hear that?
did they hear what I
I
said?
think they. You might have to repeat it
I'm
one
just
more time.
saying.
Cause she very
I'm
flexible.
just saying, I'm very flexible. Hello. Hello. Now, does your family know you're polyamorous?
Yep.
And are they, your mom, are they chill with it?
In the beginning, it
'Cause
was
your
kind of
family's
difficult with my
Caribbean.
mom.
Like, how they-
it was
how they
kind
are?
of difficult with my mom in the beginning. In my whole coming out of the closet process, it was just like, oh hell no.
And Caribbean and
This
coming
is
out of the closet
not
too?
right. This
Like,
is not what I raised.
'Cause
This
you
is
know-
not what we doing.
Oh, yeah,
they are
they
Jesus,
headstrong about
Jesus,
that.
Jesus,
It
and
wasn't
Jesus
even
all the time.
Jesus. It was Allah. Listen.
Oh wow.
Oh, it was Allah. Oh, God.
Yeah, headstrong about that.
So it was just like rock to the forehead. Boom. No.
Boom, right.
Absolutely not.
So your poems express basically your lifestyle and how you live and stuff like that. Now, is there any poems that you have that would basically represent the polyamorous lifestyle that you live today?
Like Lil Wayne
Not-
Pussy Monster or something.
You know, I actually
No.
don't really listen
I like
to
that
him.
song.
I don't favor that man too much.
What man?
Lil Wayne.
Oh, man.
I have no idea what you're talking
Oh,
about.
is he your
Right.
cousin?
Oh, he had a whole song
No,
named Pussy Monster that
don't
broke
please
down.
don't need don't.
That
ew.
started niggas actually eating pussy again.
I'm telling you. and
Oh, they had
everybody
stopped?
No, it didn't stop.
They
I mean, they
lied.
never stopped, but they started
gonna
to
say.
come out to
Admit.
the
Niggas started
forefront
admitting and
with
acting
that
like
song.
that was a
Okay.
thing. It's like, yo, girl, I eat your pussy. And I'm
Yeah,
nigga,
like
that shit
before
you
they
said
weren't
you
acting
eat
like
pussy.
that. Yeah,
Then
they
they
weren't.
started
They would do
admitting.
it, but they weren't like talking about doing it.
Little
Like
Wayne
you
is
no
wanted
like,
idea what you're
everybody
talking
doing
about.
that. I don't even know why they thought that was like a smooth ass offer. Like, I don't even.
that's my thing. I get in my
And I don't
DMs
want
all
you
the
if
time.
you
Random
out here
house,
eating
baby.
everybody pussy. Like no,
That's
I
all
want
I'm
you to do it, but I do
Exactly.
want to be selective.
Like literally, my
You know,
DMs go like,
not
yo,
like a
I mean,
all-out
you could just
type of
come
thing.
through. I want you to just sit on my face. All right, niggas, if I sit on your face and I leave, don't tell me nothing. Cause what it's gonna be is this: if I
Right.
sit on your face and I'm a dip, you're not fucking.
Yep.
What you mean I'm not fucking, nigga? I said you're not fucking. We had this whole conversation before I even got to your location, and I don't even know why you act retarded.
Oh
if
yeah,
you
I don't
now.
do that because I already
wanna
know
act
what that's
retarded
going to
and
be.
shit.
I'm
Yeah.
not
No.
business and I don't business.
So your family.
Niggas is
So
gonna
how
get
long
mad.
did it take them to like, you know,
Niggas
I don't
got
know,
big
get
balls
good with
and
it or
shit.
adjust is a good word.
So literally, I made my attempt to have them comfortable with me being out of the closet when I was 14.
Oh, okay.
Has any of them have heard your poems or anything like that?
They all have.
What do they think?
My mom supports it now.
Well, she's a poet, so she gets it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you said now.
Yeah. And my dad,
But
he's my stepdad, but nobody can tell me that's not my father.
I know that's right.
Man. I love that man to pieces.
So, but your mom, do you think she got it more because she is a poet as well?
I think when it comes to my mom, it's that coming into my adult life, we just kind of built this bridge between the two of us that we needed for most of my childhood. And with that came a whole new level of support that I felt like I never really got from her before.
I am with you
and
100%
it just,
on
like,
that.
pushed me to be like, look, this is me. I'm here. Look at my face. It's my mother's. I'm Nicole's daughter. What's up? I'm here. She here. We here. What's up? And it's been really healthy for us. Like, my mom is definitely one of my biggest supporters at this point. All the way from North Carolina. She left me and moved to North Carolina, but even all the way from there, she's like,
yeah, because that happens a lot with young women. I've had that in my life as well, where you're young, you're growing up. If you do have your mom, sometimes if you're young, you are combative. You get to this point where you don't see eye to eye with this person.
Yeah.
And then you come back and then you end up seeing eye to eye
my
with
mommy's
them.
watching. Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, Ma, how you doing?
I can't stop.
Trying to get that mac and cheese and collard greens.
But we need to hear something from you before we leave the Smile 60 Network show. Something light, sweet, refreshing, tasteful.
Like
whatever
sweet.
you're feeling.
I thought that was the name.
I don't really.
I like light and sweet. He wants raunchy.
Sweet, refreshing. It sounds like
I like
the
light.
name.
But see, I understand the words that she's using. So some people make it more harsh or raunchy, and it's really sensual and sweet. Like, it's like when listen her. Yeah, sorry.
I don't really know about light and sweet. So you got a choice, right?
Whatever you
want to hear the pussy poet, or you want to hear Samara.
I want to hear the pussy poet.
You want to hear the.
I don't think there's nothing light and sweet about the pussy poet.
There's absolutely nothing light and sweet about it.
I'm
like,
I have a different ear
for your blunt.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! All right.
You said you got the what for the window?
I'm grabber for your blunt.
Oh, skunk butt. All right. Let me get on Facebook and go on IG, right? Because I got family members and church members on this, and I can't do that.
Oh yeah, you might want to make that switch before I start talking my shit.
Contradictory to what everybody believes, I did grow up in church. And my pastor cursed in the pulpit and all that. Yeah, I went to the gangster church. I went to East New York.
Oh, Pastor Youngblood?
I'm in East New York. I went to St. Paul Community Christian School and St. Paul
Hey,
Community Baptist Church.
Tell him I said,
And my pastor's Youngblood, and we ran in Mount Pisgah and tore it up in the star too.
Yep. Tell him I said, hey, Pastor.
I am not even going to do that.
Tell him I said that.
That's what she said last night.
Hey, Pastor.
Hey, Pastor.
And somewhere in that hay, it was a hell. You're going to hell.
Oh, yeah.
Hay,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, straight to hell. Somewhere.
Crazy.
I'm excited.
2.5.
I'm excited about what we're about to hear. This
All
show
right.
is never boring.
I'm about to give you
It may be
something
traumatizing,
just
but it's
spicy.
not boring.
Oh, I'm not gonna traumatize you. What I'm gonna do is take my entirety and plant it in the middle of your head so deep that you will never be able to forget me whether you're awake or you're asleep.
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
going to embed myself into your soul so deep. All you'll ever want to do is hear me speak. That wasn't even a poem.
I thought
it was. I was like, yes.
That's some shit.
She right though. Oh, you want to hear me?
I thought it was a
Maybe
poem.
I'll turn it into a piece then.
Are you live?
I'm live. I'm live.
What's up, live?
I will be downloading this afterwards. You guys can go to YouTube, type in Smile 69 Network Show, and see the rebroadcast of this episode if y'all want to watch
All
the
my
playback.
girls on my live. This the pussy poet.
Yes.
If you want to follow me on Instagram,
Did the Christians
people,
go
my
to sleep?
handle is Samara SAMARA _the dot pussy with a V instead of a U.
Ooh.
Dot poet. Yeah, Instagram didn't want me
Yes.
to put pussy.
I
They
understand.
always with this
It's a
damn
lot of stuff
They
they don't
don't
want.
respect
So what
my
is it?
Can't you play
vulgarness.
music or they cut
It's
you
the
off
Puffy
live?
Poet, so is it with a V? Puffy Poet.
Yeah, it's PVSSY.
PVSS.
V stands for
Pussy.
vagina.
V can definitely stand for vagina.
Pussy.
Yes.
I've been
Let's
drinking.
hear something.
All right. Right now, I want to be touched like a lady and fucked like a bitch. And I want to be twerking as I throw it back and I'm calling you daddy and shit. And I want slow fingers caressing and tracing down my spine as your tongue flick my ear. You're repeating, this pussy is mine. And you flip me on my back and you kiss every inch of me. Your fingers in my juices, they're flicking, they're plucking till I'm coming. Ooh, baby. Fuck me like a bitch, but touch me like a lady. I want your words to dance circles in my head like your tongue flicks this click in bed. And I want your fingers to slowly intertwine while you look me in my eyes and nibble on my neck with bites so soft. I'm so slippery at my opening that my soul takes off and you rub my entirety slowly with your strong hands and we kiss. Fucking me like a lady, still touching me like a bitch with pelvis pelting, pussy purring, perfection. You teaching me a lesson. Okay, professor, this here is taking dick class. Lesson 1, hold my ankles so you can see my ass. Lesson 2, all I do is keep still. You grip these cheeks and begin to power drill. Lesson 3, I sit up, mouth open, head between my knees and swallow every bit of cum that I will soon receive. And I can feel you throbbing in my stomach as you pick up the pace. Lesson 4, I always have to look you right in your face. And lesson 5, make contact with the eyes and beg you, please, daddy, see my mouth come inside and I feel the warmth slide out and in. And damn, baby, this feels good as shit. I get goosebumps when it circles my clit and I'm grinding my wetness all over your chin. My moans getting louder, my breath is getting heavy. You zoning on my clit, so slow and so steady. Right now, I want to be touched like a lady. Fuck like a bitch.
I love that.
Copy that shit. Yes. Wait,
I love that.
Oh, yes.
Artistry.
It Wednesday and it don't work now.
That is some artistry right there.
Unless
You are an artist. You really are an artist.
It's up. It's up. I didn't do anything but push it up. But I gotta give you a round of
That
applause
was
because
fantastic.
that was
Go get some dick.
amazing. That is my life. I
love.
want to be touched like a lady, but fuck
Like a bitch.
bitch.
That's pretty much
Absolutely.
what
my
my life is like.
Yes,
Yeah, pretty much. That's
You
like,
know what I love about her poetry? You don't read like those poets. You know the ones in I and you and me and we and us. The fuck? I can do
The
that.
harmony
Singing
shit.
poets.
Yeah.
Singing poets that drag
Yeah.
it out in.
And it's not even really good. Like, cause if you did all of that and it was dope, I would be like so
You're
into
like,
you.
I want a mac and cheese.
See,
And I'd be
it
like,
sounds
me
the
too.
same, right?
I be laughing too much
See,
to show Vanessa.
Vanessa and Solo and I just did poetry. Now, is that good? No.
But you want some mac and cheese though.
That is poetry. That's a poet.
I like to, as far as my poetry period, I like to just speak from my own experiences in my soul. Because I feel like when it comes to poetry, it's not a matter of words on paper. Or it's not a matter of words that you type in.
It's expressing your thoughts.
Exactly. It's your energy. It's the matter of exuding your energy. And me being the person that I am, I like to consider myself a goddess because I bless everybody I come in contact with. I'm a person of inspiration. I'm a teacher. I teach in Harlem.
Yeah. Who is your favorite poet?
My mom.
Uh-huh.
And next to that, Nikki Giovanni.
Me too.
I don't know what that is. I gotta look
I
up.
met her. Oh my God. Don't say that out loud.
Wait, what?
I do my research.
Okay.
What happened?
Nikki Giovanni.
Yeah, don't say
You
that.
asked who
I gotta
the-
look at that.
Googles. Googles.
I'll
Googles.
Google this later on.
Googles.
I
Do
get
you
my
Googles?
Googles on.
I
get
met
my
her.
Googles
She's
on later on.
fantastic.
You're lucky.
I know.
Very lucky.
I know. Like, I know.
Wow. Oh man, that's good to hear.
And
that.
you're also a teacher?
Oh wow.
Middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
That's a lot of teacher coming to school, ain't it? Those boys are paying attention. Them little girls are paying attention. They're listening.
Them fathers be at them parents' teachers conferences.
But I bet you are no joke, or right?
Yeah, they don't fuck with
I bet they don't. I got that
I used to work
sense.
with PAL, and I used to want to, I can say it now, I used to want to beat the hell out of my kids. But I love them to death. I didn't consider them bad kids.
You know what's crazy is that, like, not even crazy, I guess, just because I, like, grew up the way I did, behaving the way I did, it's, like, the more so, like, trouble students, those are the ones that are, like, attached to my hip.
Yeah.
And we have literally, like, the strongest relationship ever. I have a really, really, really good relationship with all my students. But it's, like, the ones that all the other teachers is just, like, get out of my class. I don't want to see you. Get away from me.
Is it because you understand them?
I feel so.
Do you think you were?
I'm no bullshit. Everybody else is. Please stop doing this.
Yeah, they want you to
Please
sugarcoat and
stop
be nice with
doing
these
that.
kids. No.
I have
Like,
no
no, have a seat.
time
I'm putting your
for
son on the
that
wall.
at all. This is what I'm telling you to do, and this is what you're gonna do because I said so. You're not living in the world. You're living in my world. This is my world. In my world, you do what the hell I told you to do. And if you don't like it,
been my
call your parents. Because I'm gonna tell your parents that y'all all living in my world, and in my world, you do what I say to do.
That's
and
right.
that is it. You do what I do.
Discipline.
Everybody's
true.
all peachy and cream. Pizza and ice cream and candy for everybody on Fridays. Good luck to you.
Right.
Outside of that, I don't care what you want. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how your parents feel. You were right.
That is.
I used to tell them, go get your parents.
That's exactly
That was
right.
different purposes.
Go
Like,
get your parents. I'm here until 6 o'clock every day.
Hey,
I remember
it's a
I had-
purpose.
Given time.
Well,
to
you
it.
already know. I used to work at the school, Cross Street
Let's get out of here
Cypress. I
soon.
had one student really tell me, "Oh, I'm gonna call my gang on you." I was like, "Here, leave my phone
You
open.
can use my
Take
phone.
my phone. Make sure you don't block the number, and let me know when they outside." Because they did it to 2 other staff members, and they ran. Not this bitch right
Not
here.
me.
I'm with the shits. And I told him, I was like, "And what gang are you?" "Oh, you're a crib."
Yeah.
So meet me outside.
Oh.
We had that conversation.
Oh,
And that's
God.
what I did. And little did they know.
Yeah.
I know who your homie was. I know exactly who your homie was.
Right, of course.
And I checked that nigga and put him in check too. And to
Yeah.
this day, my students done like hit me up and, "Miss Tiara, we miss you. Oh my
Aw,
God. And
that's
we don't bang no more, but you still owe us Dave and Buster's and da da da." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I bet you do remember that. But you don't remember throwing trash cans across my class, right?" But you remember some damn
My
Dave
kids,
and Buster's.
they
But
don't
I love
that
you.
note.
me like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can y'all let the people know where they can find y'all at before we leave the Smile 69 Network show? I'll start off. This is your girl Vanessa Smilez, Vanessa_Smilez with a Z. Y'all can find me on IG, also on Twitter. You guys want to purchase my videos, you can go to VanessaSmilez.com or RatchetBJs.com to see and subscribe.
So it's goody. It's your girl Solo Charm, S0L0_Charm. If you don't got me, your nigga do. You probably done slid up in my DM some way. Just go check it. You'll find my name. Shout out to me because I'm 28 now.
Hey.
That's up.
Yes.
And RIP, of course, to my boy Hollywood Play. Forever loved, forever missed.
Yes,
Tomorrow, 5 p.m., Tompkins Park. Big stage, auditorium area in the middle of the park. Everybody needs to be there with a candle. We'll definitely be doing it. Brooklyn putting on for you, Play.
Come through. That's mine.
So you can definitely find Miss Samara the Pussy Poet on Instagram at Samara SAMARA_the pussy PVSSY .poet. Follow me now. Catch my next live. I might be releasing some new work.
Yes, indeed.
V
And
is
Miss
for
Precenda.
vagina.
V for vagina.
And y'all can follow Miss Precenda as well.
Yes.
Don't make her
It's
get
your girl
up.
Precenda, PRECENDA_INCIM, the hit maker. Hashtag don't make me get up.
Yes, y'all better make her get up. And shout out to DJ UncleTone for the link ups. Y'all check out the Grown Man Show